So I can come to you live from VidCon Australia for Beach City, and I have with me Al Fresh. Al Fresh,
The Lion.
the Lion.
That's right. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Man, what is going on? How's VidCon for you?
VidCon has been really cool. Really cool. My first VidCon experience. I'm a musician, artist. That's my background, and so I've only jumped into the online video YouTube space in recent times, maybe the past 12 months or so. And so to be at a place like VidCon has been really inspiring. Being around creators who, now are my peers.
Your peers, absolutely.
It's been really inspiring, and they've been so welcoming. And the learning has been great and solid in the sense of it's. I think what I've taken away from it most is just the idea of like, come on, get up and do it, go. Do it, go. Stop overthinking, just make it happen. So it's been good to be here, man. It's been really good.
That's a good lesson, right? And so was that, I guess, that first sort of self-talk that you had to have with yourself before you went live on that very first YouTube video?
So for me, YouTube has only ever been a home for my music videos, right? In terms of overthinking that, it's not so much the same thing, but for my first talking to camera vlog or behind the scenes tour life vlog, we're cataloging what me and my band do when we're on the road. Most definitely. It was that overthink of like, well, how do I shoot this? How do I make it look cool? What are we talking about in it? What's the premise? And eventually it got to the point of like, you know what? Shut up, just do it, But being here reinforces that idea of just, that need to just create things. YouTube is such a, I suppose, open space for stuff like that, where you can experiment and try things and you figure it out as you go, responding to what people are reacting to positively or negatively. So I've just learned to I'm still learning. I think it's going to be a constant thing. I don't think I'll ever get over overthinking, but it's been reinforced here for sure.
So how have your community helped shape your music and maybe even this behind the scenes stuff?
So a good, I suppose, insight into that is recently I asked my fans, what do you want to see more of me on YouTube? If I'm making regular YouTube videos, I want to do that. What do you want to see? Outside of music videos and all that sort of stuff. And the overwhelming thing was we want to just hear you tell stories, your experiences, where you've come from, how you got to where you are, but then kind of just your ideas. So that's where I'm moving now. So I think my fans play a big role in kind of how I use the online space. Because what else is it for? I'm not trying to put stuff up to make myself look good. I'm not about that. It's about what can I do to create that is valuable for people to engage with, that is hopefully going to be positive. And that's the approach I take with my music. It's like I want to create things that make me feel good, but make other people feel good too, and is impactful. It's the same method now applied to creating video.
Absolutely, and I can really resonate with that because I do feel something when I listen to certain types of music, and I'm sure all of you out there do too. So, if we're feeling anything the same as what you're feeling when you're producing it and the outcome, then I guess, mission accomplished, right?
That's the goal. That's the goal. Capture the feeling of the moment and try to recreate it in a way that it can be understood by anybody.
Yeah. Awesome. And how long ago did you start being a musician and uploading your content?
It's been 14 years as a musician, so I started when I was in high school. I think the first time I uploaded a music video onto YouTube, I was 18. And that was my jump into the music video world.
What year was that? Yeah, come on. Just have a stab.
I have no idea. What are we now? I'm 28 now.
10 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
Right. 2007.
There you go.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah. Wow, okay, that's early.
You could figure it out.
That's
if you're watching,
that's
you can
early.
go to YouTube and figure it out what it was.
Yeah. That's early for YouTube. That's really early. So we're actually been, asking people about the numbers, and everyone says it's not about the numbers, but for you, how are you keeping the lights on? Are you monetizing the YouTube channel, or are you selling your EPs, or how are you keeping the lights on?
I don't spend money on advertising on YouTube just yet.
I don't spend, but do you earn money?
Oh, no. Definitely not from YouTube. My journey is as a musician, so my sustainability comes from the work I do offline, really. So touring, merchandise, but also partnerships and working with brands. Those are kind of the key things for me at this point in time, and that all helps, and as well as kind of doing workshops in schools or with organizations, from corporate to community,
Yeah.
whatever I can contribute value to. So that's what gets me by.
Okay. And what kind of brands are they? Like, give us some
Yeah,
insight.
so at the moment I'm working with the AFL in New South Wales, ACT, and helping to steer their community engagement with people in Western Sydney, which has been really awesome because I'm from Western Sydney. And I'm working with YouTube, actually. So I'm a Creators for Change fellow for YouTube. So YouTube has a global initiative called Creators for Change, where they're supporting creators to create content that has a social harmony message behind them. There's 10 global ambassadors who are YouTube stars, so to speak, and then they've got 28 up-and-coming talents. And so I'm the Australian rep for YouTube on that. So working with YouTube, and also working with an organisation such as Multicultural New South Wales on a program that they're about to roll out. So just organisations here and there again where I can kind of contribute value to that resonates with what I'm passionate about, and also what they're looking to convey to audiences.
How much did you chase that becoming a creator for YouTube versus it landing?
That's a great question, and I've articulated this to the people in the program at YouTube because I was like, man, I literally was just thinking about it, 12 months prior to actually being hit up by YouTube. And I had no idea what to do with my channel outside of making music videos. And music videos, for anyone who makes them, knows how difficult they are to create and the time it takes to create them. Because there's just so much, there can be many people involved, but there's also, you've got to get the song right, you've got to get there's got to be a movement happening, a momentum happening towards the release of it. So there's just all these other factors. So it's not something you can create regularly. Unless you're fully invested in it. And so I'd only just started thinking about what do I do and started creating, taking that step of stopping overthinking and doing it. And I made maybe like 10 videos or something, vlogs of being on tour when this opportunity with YouTube came about. And it just blew my mind because it was like, wow, I've been thinking about how to better engage with YouTube. And what better way to do it than to learn from the people at YouTube and fellow creators as to how it's done. It's been pretty cool.
So do you feel there was a large element of luck, or do you think it was actually your content creation and your purposeful thinking about the content you were creating that actually brought it about?
I think it was being consistent with what I'm about. Because, as I mentioned before, in the offline space, that's generally where I have my presence, and I'm known for creating music that has a positive impact and is really centered around social harmony. So that's the nature of the program that I'm involved with YouTube. So in essence, it's kind of like I'd always wondered whether something like that ever existed, and YouTube created that as a program, and it was just a perfect match. So I think it was more so not so much luck, it was more so just knowing that this is what I have been doing since I started making music. It's for 14 years I've been doing this, just not in the online space, and they wanted to help me bring it to the online space.
Awesome. El Fresh the Lion, been absolutely awesome talking to you. What do people need to watch out for? Is there anything coming soon that you want to share with the audience?
Most definitely, my Creators for Change video comes out in less than 2 weeks, which is really exciting. So I've created a music video for YouTube specifically, and it's being a fellow of Australia. It's, I suppose, hopefully a positive representation of Australia going out into the world. So yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, head over to my YouTube channel, El Fresh the Lion, and you'll see the new music video, supported by YouTube.
Awesome, man. We'll definitely be checking that out in 2 weeks. Thanks so much.
Pleasure, man.
Peace.
Thank you.